Bitcoin crashing hard, catapulting price action to levels not seen since last week. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea, hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's Matty B. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing. All the humble opinion of this piano Zamboni bringing the data. The FOMO index has inched down to 74 from yesterday's 75. Bitcoin dominance is 58%. 24-hour volume is 293 billion. The overall market cap, 3.23 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, when the bears reign, the bears pour, taking no prisoners and soiling retail's diapers. But we talked about this, so it should have come as no surprise to anyone in this boutique community. When Bitcoin price action, will she had a little dump?
You know, after these periods of extreme fear, or extreme greed, we have a price pullback and we reset the market, right? So let's see where that possible reset will go. We'll go over on the ding dong here. Would this take us into neutral? This is the 61.8% fib at 97. So it would be under 100K, right? As soon as we're under 100K, and I think we probably will have like some sort of event where we maybe throw a 30-year-old drunken wick, dancing, crying girl underneath 100K.
But we have received a bearish engulfing candle in response, signaling the bears did come in and take over the market. We do have a confluent bearish target down at 97.5. At time of production, 102K, right under the chinny chin chin of the Feddy moving average, and carving out this cut. Little bear flag whose price probability does play out to way down at 95.7.
That which once wind will get candlestick.
Ah yes, the angelic voices of the children's choir of enchanted wicks, letting us know that a juicy wick has been sacrificed to the gods of wickedness, down at 94.2. Lord love a duck. She didn't do just that. After price action made one last elevator pitch at regaining the 50 moving average, she got less gross, man, and started to fall. First crashing through the 200 moving average, gasped for air, and clutched its pearls for about 12 hours before yard sailing the remaining bearish vomit out down, finding a bottom and a bounce at 94.2, where we are now at time of production, placing us underneath all three moving averages and in the attic of our old channel of eternal monotony. Now, although we were at this price level a week ago, we weren't under the 200 moving average. The two are very different. The last time we were actually under the 200 moving average was way back on October 10th, where we bottomed out at 58K and began the epic run to where we are now. So it is paramount to get back up and over the 200, which would mean closing this candle at or above 98K. But my heartbreakingly bullish target for optimal market health, strength, and overall sentiment would be to rally back up to and over the 20 and the 50 moving average at 102.5. That would restore confidence back into the robot quant bots and send the peak maxis back to their mom's basement until the next 12% dumb. But now we're on the ding dong. You can see we are in the midst of carving out our third red candle in a row, a pattern we've never seen in this channel of ascension. So let's keep our papers on this candle closing green today and maintaining this trend's constitution, because I say if we print a third red candle in a row, that would cue the quant bots that this upward trend's integrity has ended, and a continued downward trend has begun. So closing this candle green today would mean getting up and over our channel of eternal monotony's resistance at 97.4 or higher. My heartbreakingly optimistic outlook for today and this weekend would be to tuck back into this channel of ascension support, now acting as resistance. Way up at 102.4-ish, which is also this chart's 38.2% fib. So it is a target the numbers want to see, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see it. Fingers crossed. Would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, yet we're lucky enough to have it. So get out there and knock 'em dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee, join me for a quick one, and it's Friday, so by all means, sing it out for me, won't you? I'll run the banks of boom to Spain. Whoa, ching. Miss Goat, thank you for the 5 memberships on a 5 for Friday. Thank you, Miss Go, the Oprah of this channel, keeping the lights on. Now, a bunch of things are weird here. When I was doing the production, all the sound was weird. We had a little bit of trouble getting a Drew sound on. Right now, I noticed that this is a little, that's a little, yeah, Jesus. We'll go ahead and we're gonna fly by the seat of our pants here. Look, we have a little bit of a bounce from our bottom. Jesus, I should be reaching distance, not out of reaching distance. Mental note. Now, we got rejected from our old channel of Eternal Monotony's support, now acting as resistance. To get over here, the 200 moving average is basically where we have to be in order to get those quant bots to go bullish again. But more importantly, I just want to reiterate how we need this candle to go green, because this will be what the quant bots take as their data into a trend reversal, right? And then they'll all be like, well, we're going to sell. Look at the trend reversal, right? You see this whole 30-day channel of ascension. We never had three red candles in a row, and three red candles in a row are a little bit of a dictate to the potential of a turnaround in trend change. Now, that being said, we're just in the midst of this crash, so everything's bearish. Can you imagine how fast everything just goes from on top of the world euphoria to that's it? The bull run's over. But we talked about this all weekend. We said, all week we were talking about how fear and greed can't stay this high, and it's got a reversal and refresh the market, and that's exactly what we did. So it's no big deal, is it? Is it, Gin and Druth?
Oh, maybe I'm coming over. Who knows? I'm getting called a bunch and getting kicked off your show. I've tried to log in on my computer to stop the notifications. People are blowing my phone up like crazy. Is it time to sell, Drew? Did I make a huge mistake getting into crypto? Everyone's just going nuts. I'm obviously having the time of my life. That tiny little bump
Hold
that
on
we
a
have
second. Crazy echo. That's what I was worried about. Okay, let's try this. We'll give it one shot here, and I'm gonna switch it back to Pro Chat, and then let's see if we still got you.
Okay.
Hey,
We'll see. Did it work?
We still got you on the Pro Chat. Now
let's see if the people know. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, I can put my other headphones on. Let's see. Let's see how it comes.
Is it still an echo? Same echo. Okay.
We'll see. I don't know. Still echo, they're saying.
Okay, now we have the same thing. This is what we're talking like this morning. Everything that could go wrong. I did upgrade the Ecamm to the new version or whatever, and I hate doing that because everything, they just can't get their shit together. So hold on. So one more time, Drew.
I'm currently up 127% on a long I put in at 92.6. Let's see how that comes over. Oh,
now,
man.
You're right. Now I got no sound on Drew.
All right. Well, we're still going to have you on the basement later today. So I'll let you take the run on it, but we'll still have you. Oh, hold on. Mr. Mark said, there you go.
Well, no,
we got there you go. We got there you go, sir, going on. Okay, wait, that worked.
Echo back, yeah, because I had you. I had to switch the thing, and it didn't work, and then it worked. Somebody's mic. No, it's just this stupid Ecamm. It wouldn't record. So say something else there.
If this doesn't work, maybe, obviously in the chat, let us know if it's working. But if not, we'll still have Matty B on the basement later today. And I might be, printing another couple $1,000 by then, but who knows?
Okay, well, we'll call her a day here with Gin and Druth here with the stupid echo. Thank you, Ecamm, for ruining yet another live stream. Technology, when it works, it's the best. When it doesn't, it's the absolute worst. Okay, Druth, I'll see you at Blockchain Basement at 12:30 your time, 11:30 my time. Can't wait. Check in there. If you guys haven't. If this is the first time in some weird reality, the first time you guys are sipping on Gin and Druth here, follow him on X and YouTube Blockchain Basement, and we'll see you at 12:30. Thanks,
all right, bro.
Thanks for waking up this early and coming for all for not there.
It's all good. I'll see you soon.
You see, the thing is that. For no reason. And so not only that, but my headphones, like I have, these are in-ears, but I have these like over-the-ear studio phones for when I'm in the morning. And one ear was working. One ear wasn't. I was like, I was going back and forth. Which one is this? And so these were working. So my earphones are broken. Ecamm's broken. Nothing was changed. Like there was nothing that changed in the whole setup, unless Duke came down here. But I doubt that. And then, it just doesn't work. So the what the hell? We're going to have to troubleshoot that because it was working all this time for weeks. For weeks, it was always working. Right now, it isn't. Anyway, what are you going to do? What you going to do? It's live. It's live internet, right? You just got to keep rocking and rolling. So the reason why things are different now is that we are underneath the 200 moving average. And although we haven't been here since last week, so this is like a euphoric mirage here. Were we over 100? Did we hit 108? Yeah, we did. But the difference is that we are under the 200 moving average now, and that is bearish. So you have to remember, with zero retail, all we have is institutions and bots. When I say bots, I mean the quant bots that are just part of the algorithms of the massive trading firms. There's not like a humans on a computer going buy, sell. They just have algorithms. They just have these quant bots. So it's institutions buying or selling, and then you have the quant bots reacting to what the market is. So they have their certain data that they find from fundamentals. It's all part and parcel. So when we're under the 200 moving average, those bots say, okay, well, we're bearish. It's time to sell, right? So we do have to get back over there. 98. Now, doesn't 98 seem all of a sudden super far away? 98K. Oh my God, we're in the low 90s. It's all over. Now, psychologically, we do have to get back up there, because if we, long story short, we may spend maybe the next month on a bumpy road, because we have end of year for some businesses, for some people personally, right? So they might be taking some off the table or rebalancing between now and Jan 1. And then we have Jan 1 to Jan 15, which is really nothing going on. It's very boring, not a lot of action historically. Now, everything could be different, you know. Maybe things will be crazy different this Jan 1, and we see us amping up into the Trump inauguration, maybe, but who knows? So now, like my advice to most people right now is just turn the phones off and quit looking at the prices and don't worry about it, because we're going to be a little bit turbulent. It's like the turbulence will happen and then it'll just flatline. And we'll go back into almost like a consolidation pattern, because there'll be nothing happening, because there's no retail. So it's just institutions and hedge funds that are still basically trading within business hours. You know, when you see these massive dumps, this isn't like, I think this is like the foreign entities that are buying and selling. You know, it's nothing in the like the American markets that closed, and a lot of them are doing nothing. They're just sitting and waiting back for the Jan 20th, right? So we got to just wait for that anyway. So the last time we were underneath the 200 moving average was way back. Look at that. Way back. October 10th. Oh, I'm not even there. Still way more back than this screen can do. October 10th at 58K. Now, that was the end of the world, right? Underneath the 200 moving average, end of the world. Always a great time to refresh the market. Now, I thought we wouldn't refresh within 12 hours. You know, I thought we would refresh within maybe, you know, a month. Maybe consolidate through the Santa rally and then have a little bit of a capitulation project on our hands. But, you know, the bots must have been listening to this channel, and they said, oh, pianomattyb said there should be a capitulation event. Well, let's give it to them. And then we had it. Now, I thought we would probably go to 88.8. Now, 88.8 is important because there's a lot of buy pressure from Asia. Right, this is their lucky numbers. They, you know, you think your girlfriend that you met at the folk festival, the hippie girlfriend who was all into zodiac signs, you thought she was somewhat superstitious. Well, the Asian gambling numbers are more. They're almost like the Fibonacci's, for Christ's sake. They're on par. So I thought we would get some, maybe all the way down to 88.8 for the bounce. That would be a perfect refresher. And but we got a nice little bottom. This would be a perfect bottom if we can put in a bullish engulfing candle on the 4-hour chart here. That's a little small. Let's get this bigger. So all our the dictionary popped up. So our peepers can better. There we go. Yeah. So bullish engulfing candle, 97.6. At the same time, to go over on the ding dong, this is so important. Now, I guess this is as superstitious as I get, because, you know, I do look at 3 red candles as a trend reversal. So this will be pretty crucial. However, this is the saving grace. This is the saving grace.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114,
By the time this prints red, it'll be Friday. The quant bots are literally off because they're coming from the TradFi, the TardFi legacy traders, right? So they just shut off. So our saving grace might be that it turns red or closes red, and Wall Street shuts off for the weekend, and that would be our kind of saving grace. Now, 95.5. This would put in a hell of a wick on a daily candle. You can see the last one we had here. What do they call it? A Darth Maul candle or wick or whatever. I don't know. Some fancy Star Wars thing. I haven't seen Star Wars since 1977 when I saw it in the theater when I was like 3 or 4 years old. I barely remember it. But this will leave a hell of a wick. That once wick will get candlesticked. However, in a bull market, in a healthy bull market, we're not going to see a lot of these wicks get wicked. However, that being said, look at that. Those pesky little kids. Now, we didn't fully wick it. 94.4 to close this weekly candle would be a complete candlestick and an old-fashioned candlestick, and like we're in the 2022 bear market. Now, just when you think it can't get worse, well, she can always get worse. A true secondary candlesticking would be 92.4. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to stop talking about it because everything I'm talking about this week happens, and I don't like it. So let's every bearish thing I talked about on these live streams, boom, happened the next day within like 6 hours. And it happened so fast too, because I made a video on Twitter about never trust the technical analysis when it hit 95.7. Because remember this was only like yesterday, right? And so when I made that video and I saw in the comments, people were like, 95.7, ouch, that's horrible, blah, 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 that, and it was almost unbelievable that it could hit 95.5. Lord love a duck, it hit 95.5 and I put that video out. It was weird because I'm not even going to get into it. But yeah, so let's take a look at this. This is a clutch candle actually, because we don't want it to turn red. We don't want to see this daily chart have a reversal signal, a trend, integrity, degradation, because we want to keep this upward momentum in full. Now, I've already fielded. I've already fielded. Is fielded a word? Fielded. I've already fielded a bunch of texts today from worried newbies. And I get it. And it's so funny because, you probably are dealing with this too, because you've been telling people about Bitcoin yourself. You've been, preaching the gospel. And then when they do take that risk and they get into it, this first pullback is the end of the world. Holy smokes, buddy. What's up?
It's the last day of school.
It is the last day of school. Can you come back in about 5 minutes?
But it's 8:25.
I know. Well, we had a bunch of weird things happen, but thank you, my boy. Now I forgot. Oh yeah, a newbie. So it's the end of the world, and here's what we're all saying: 12% dip. That's notching. That is notching. Nothing. 12% dip. Now imagine a 30% dip. That is when these people that took your advice maybe never talk to you again. But this is the weird part. Like, think about this. Are you ready? Everyone who's in the market now has to wait 4 to 6 months. That's it. 4 to 6 months. At that point, you can make some decent decisions as to what you want to do. You want to sit out the summer bummer and, and miss maybe that October, November last little kick at the can in the bull market if it comes. No one would fault you for getting out in May. I myself will not be selling my Bitcoin come May. I'm just holding on. It's one of those once in a lifetime hedges against the market if and when the strategic reserve comes into play. I don't want to be out of the market. So let's say I had $100 in Bitcoin, and the potential is that it could go to 1,000. I wouldn't want to sell 100 and miss out on 1,000. And if I have to sit in the bear market again, which I will. I mean, I'm going to do different things probably in this bear market. I'm not going to make videos every day about the price not moving, but I'm just going to risk it. That's my risk. Now, I understand that some people probably need to take stuff off the table, you know, and push comes to shove. Maybe I will even too. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, just keep the burn rate and hold the Bitcoin. Now, a couple of the altcoin dust, yeah, I might sell, but I might even forget about it too. Gata Life, Matty B, do you think your prime minister gets the boot? Well, it depends because, you know, if we lived in a normal, just situation and reality, he'd be gone by now. But we don't. And those leaders, especially in Canada, they don't work for the people. They work for a small little concentric circle above all governments. So when they've had it with him, or when they've exercised the cost basis analysis on whether it's effective to have this puppet still in charge of Canada, that is when it will change. Only then. Everything else is just political kabuki theater. You know, get there to get your goat, rile you up, divide you amongst your friends and family into what you think. Here's the thing too. As much as you, Gata Life, and maybe other people in this community think Trudeau is a complete retard, which he is, you'd be shocked at the temperature of the gen pop in Canada. I'm shocked every time when people say, you know, 4 more years for Trudeau. Yeah. Like what? Like I always think that they're joking, like they're live trolling me because they know like they'll always get a reaction, right? And they're not. These are the people that have their head in the sand. You know, the same is. It's kind of like they might as well have blue hair and a nose ring. They're just out to lunch and there's nothing you can do, right? But, you know, that makes up at least half of the population. Half the population are going to be just towing the party line. They probably watch the news too. Like I have family members who watch the news religiously every day. And if it's not on the news, it doesn't mean anything to them. And if it is on something like YouTube, well, it's all conspiracy theory as far as they're concerned. Carl Elder, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, hit the likes, people. Hit it all day long. Hit the likes when you listen to this song. Thank you, Carl Elder, for the super chat. Thank you, Misco, for the 5 for Friday. Well, you'll get Duke here. See, the thing with Duke is that when, well, there he is. There he is. I thought you weren't going to come down again. Oh, boy. Alrighty. Run for mayor, pianomattyb. Well, that's the thing. I don't believe in politics. I think it's a rigged game. That's why. But, you know, maybe a Bitcoin goes to $1 million. Maybe I will. No, I won't. I'll be in El Salvador. Duke. We got a super chat from Carl Elder and 5 memberships from Misco. So what do you want to do for these fellas today?
Is this the real?
Maybe go like this.
Is this the real life?
Oh, let's turn on the piano.
Is this the real life? Is this fantasy? Caught in no landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Anywhere the wind blows,
That's it?
Uh,
I'll help you out. I like the way you faked your lyrics there. That's just like Dad. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
I've got to go.
That's the second part of it.
Yeah, we are at the second part.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. And now I'm gonna live.
Oh, it's too late.
Too late.
Hold on a second. We just got a super chat from Scotty Mo. He says, Merry Christmas, Duke. Enjoy your Christmas break. This is your last day of school, isn't it? Well, school, I usually do this little thing. Scotty Mo with the super chat. He says, Merry Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas break. Have you asked for anything from Santa Claus?
No.
No? How come? Little suspect on the Santa Claus at 9 years old, or how does that work? Okay, buddy. That was amazing. What 9-year-old can play Bohemian Rhapsody? You know how many 9-year-olds I know who can do that? 0, except for you. Good job, buddy. Well, folks, looks like we're having what some legacy analysts call a little bit of a rebound. We're at 95.7. Now you know we need to get to 97.9. Let's call her 98. Thank you very much, Scotty Mo, for the super chat. Thank you, Carl Elder, for the super chat. Thank you, Misco, for the 5 for Fridays. Tonight, we have the return of Trevor Hanford on drums on the live piano bar. Kyle is at his Christmas party with his staff at his Clark Kent job. So it'll be the return of Trevor Hanford on the drums. So I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun because now that means I got to do all the songs. He sings about maybe 5 to 10 songs, but all those songs that Kyle does that I never do. It'll be interesting because like I never do Elton John, I never do Billy Joel because Kyle is Elton John, Billy Joel reincarnate, right? So it's like, why would I do Elton John or Billy Joel when he does it so amazingly, right? I do a couple just to keep the dust off. You know, I'll always break into I'm Still Standing because it's the low-hanging fruit of the Elton John. The true Elton John songs are so deep and have so many chords and are so hard to sing and have all that falsetto that Kyle was literally born and bred to do Elton John and Billy Joel, and he does that perfectly. So we'll see. You know what happens a lot is that people will request, what's that song? Did you pack my bags last night pre-flight? What is that? And it's going to be a long, long time. Oh, no. Rocket Man. I can never see it. Yeah. So Rocket Man gets requested a lot. And I never do that one. So maybe I should probably dust it off. TRD Farmer, is it a closed party night or can us plebs still come? Yeah, no, it's open. The whole closing it down, it's just a horrible mistake. I mean, it's what happens when I won't continue. But it's open. Yeah, you would think, keep it open for the Christmas when everyone's trying to rock and roll, right? But yeah, and maybe we'll see you there later tonight, TRD Farmer. Misco, maybe some pianomattyb originals. Yes. I'll always play originals when the boutique community requests them. Sometimes they're hard to jam into, like when the crowd starts getting into all the schlock, when they're dancing. It's hard to like bring on the brakes and put on a slow song. But when I see a pianomattyb original request, I put it in the queue and I wait for that moment to put it in. Scotty Mo, did you happen to listen to that Henley Christmas song I sent you? I replied to that, Scotty Mo. I think was it on Twitter or Instagram? We generally try not to play Don Henley, but my question was, is that a Don Henley original? Because if it's just a standard, we can do it. But if it's Don Henley song, he's so litigious. We always get an X before the streams even done, because he's got his bots, his copyright bots. 96. Come on. We can get 96. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. Gata Life, what is your personal favorite song of all time? That's a tough one, because every time I hear certain songs that I forgot, like for instance, I've like teaching Duke Bohemian Rhapsody. I forget what a brilliant song that is. Like, it's so complicated, that song, but yet it just plays out perfectly. You know, like, so you guys probably know that when you watch the Piano Bar, we try to edit songs to cut fat out, you know, like just get the songs done, get the songs done, get the songs done. You know what I mean? We don't want to play verse, chorus, middle eight, verse, chorus, solo, 6 minutes. Just condense them. There's no condensing a well-written song like Bohemian Rhapsody. It's so well that you take one piece out and the whole recipe falls apart, right? So, Carla, let's get to 100 likes. Wow, Twitter outperforming YouTube. That's weird, because Twitter has been weird for this channel, and so is YouTube. Actually, YouTube's been so hit or miss with with the shorts and the videos. It's like the rhyme and reason, the gambling dynamic of it. So besides Bohemian Rhapsody, a lot of my favorite songs will always be Frank Sinatra. Every time I hear, and maybe it's because of his voice, because I like I just like his voice, and he can sing, and he could sing the phone book, right? So 99 likes, almost a hundo. There we are, 100 likes. We did it, folks. Thank you very much for making this Friday stream a success, even though Ecamm shit the bed and the sipping on gin and druth didn't come through. You guys made it worth the while, and thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we see you tonight on the world's biggest and best live piano bar.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too. All right, make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too.